agree with you, right? Yeah, it's tough working with Fu, but come on, who's better than Fu? Nobody. I mean, come on, he's fantastic. Yeah, did you go to the concert? I mean, man, we got in a time machine, me and Fu and the idiot felzbug. Yeah, we got to go see the comeback special, Elvis. Amazing concert. I mean, highly recommended. If you have a time machine, yeah, do it. Oh, all hail the Gubzlef army. Sorry, I'm talking to my friend. You know, maybe you've heard Fu talk to him before. He's kind of that guy. Yeah, but I can't say who it is. If I did, yeah, I'd be living in a bucket the rest of my life. That's all I'm saying. But, yes. And here we have the review of Nightbeat. Yeah. felzbug does G-axis, and Crosscut, and Windblade. I'm still upset about that. I mean, I wanted to do Windblade. I mean, what's the colors? Red, black, gray. Those are my colors. I should have done it. But, yeah. And what do I get stuck with? Nightbeat. And do you know why? Because felzbug just saw, like, it's a repaint, remold of a bumblebee, and then he kind of like screamed and did his little, ah! Yeah, and he didn't want to do it. So he left it to me. But I'll excel at this job because you know what? I actually like the bumblebee mold from Generations. It's a different kind of mold and I like it. Now, we'll go and take a look at this guy and see what I think of him. So, yes, hired hands. Good. Alright, hired hands. Go ahead, turn the package to the side. There you go, right there. And to the back. And there you have the back. And let's see, what does it say about Nightbeat? To Nightbeat, the greatest threat to the universe isn't the Decepticons, it's secrecy. The Autobot sleuth is relentless when it comes to unearthing the truth. He'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of things, even if it means confronting bots far more powerful than he is. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, come on, who doesn't like spies and sleuthing? I love sleuthing. It's one of my hobbies, sleuthing. Oh, and then he does have a tech spec at the bottom. And let's see. His strength is a 6. Intelligence is an 8, so he's a moron. Let's see. Speed of a 7. Endurance of a 7. Rank of a 5. Loser. Courage of a 9. Fire blast of a 7. And the skill of a 7. So yeah, he's well below average on everything. So yeah, I wouldn't want him on my team. But you know, my standards are just a wee bit higher. But I do think that's pretty cool, being a sleuth. So maybe sleuthing, you don't need all those skills. Yeah, well, you take what you can get. Alright, move it back to the front, hired hands. So there you go, back to the front. So I'll open them up, check them out, and I'll let you know what I think. Also, yeah, it comes with a comic. But I'm not going to show it to you, because I don't have time for that. Okay, hit the button now. And we have Goldfire in his car mode. And I do really like this mold. And I really do like the way the car mold looks. And yeah, we'll compare them in a second. But there's lots of really encouraging things on this figure. Now, one of them being the fact that, well, right here, let me get his guns for a second. Yeah, and as you can see, his guns, which are on the side, there's a very nice job, but they painted this part blue. Now with Goldfire, it was just the same blue color, no paint at all. And just to compare the Takara had paint too. So it seems like they're trying to follow Takara's lead to start painting some things, having extra paint apps, which is good. Now the gun itself, just really quickly, you get 2 halves. You've probably seen it before. 2 halves, you just put them together. And you make one larger gun for Bumblebee, or in this case, Nightbeat. Yeah, so there it is. Yes, it's like this. So, that's it. Now, the cars. Good things about the cars. They painted the hubcaps. And it might seem like a small thing, but for me, that's a little detail that goes a long way. Now, for the back window, when you first look at it, you'll say, oh, they didn't paint it. But wait, if you get in nice and close, they actually used a metallic-y paint on it. But the paint almost matches the car color identically. So what you end up with is it doesn't look like they painted it, but they did. I don't know if that's coming off on the video. And for the back, yep, they painted the lights. They painted yellow there. Yellow at the bottom, a bit spotty, but they did paint it. Of course, for the sides, and I do like this right here. It looks good, the flames. And this part here, and the front. For the front part, they painted here, the lights, and the grill. So he does have quite a few paint apps. Now, if we compare him to Goldfire and to Goldbug. Yes, Bumblebee Goldbug over here. Now, there's the three of them together. Now, for my taste, I think he's the weakest one. Just my taste. So, yes. But, not bad. And I like what they're doing, so kudos to you, Hasbro. So let's go, and we're not going to do a transformation, we're just going to go right into the robot mode. But I will put a link to felzbug's review of either Goldfire or Goldbug, one of them. You'll see it. There it is. Alright, the robot. What can we say about Nightbeat? I think if you're looking at this now, you're probably thinking, it looks cheap. And yes, that's probably the best thing, and it's because of the blue color they used. It just ends up making all the details go away, and you end up with a figure that looks very cheap. Now, it's a fine quality. It's just like your normal Hasbro figure. So there's nothing wrong quality-wise, but the look of it, because of the, when you get up close with the face, it just looks really, really cheap. Now I will say, if you look on the sides, they painted those red shades, and they did a good job. The antenna being black, they did a good job painting that. When you get to the back, they even painted the back of the head. You know, now that's fine too. They did a good job on that. With the wheels, you know, a lot of it's painted very well. And if you pull back, it actually does look, from a distance, it looks very good. I just think probably that blue should have been a shade or two darker. And that would have helped pop all the details. Of course, you could just go and take like a little bit of chalk. If you take a little bit of black chalk, or charcoal, what am I saying? If you take a little bit of charcoal, you put it on the figure, and you can get a little bit of black into the details to help sharpen them up a little bit, make them look a little dirty, but the details would pop out on him. So I'm tempted to do that with this guy. And yeah, so there he is. And if we compare him to his friends now, that you saw the face before, and let's just bring in, yeah. And he, of course, light piping. So this was the Takara version, the Takara Goldbug Bumblebee, or Bumblebee Goldbug. I forget which way it went, but there he is. And then we have Goldfire. We'll bring Goldfire in here. As you can see again, you see how the darker colors just pop the details and make it look really good. Now, if you compared him to the Hasbro Bumblebee, I think he looks 1,000 times better. But I don't have the Hasbro Bumblebee anymore. I kind of got rid of him. Yes, but I think the three of them, they all look pretty good, and they look different. So I do enjoy this mold. I will admit to it, but I'm not so sure Nightbeat is something where not everybody's going to like him. I can already tell you that. But I really have to think about, should you get him or not? I've got to think about it because this one's kind of on a borderline. So, yeah. Articulation-wise, hold on, let me do the articulation for you. Hired hands. Right, his head is just 360. It's not on a ball joint, so you can only go 360. His shoulders, now he does have good shoulders because of the transformation, and then he has a swivel, you can swivel 360. But also within the same mechanism, there's another joint. So you can get his arm to be actually across this way. Above the elbow, he has a swivel, and then he has a 90-degree elbow. No wrist articulation, no waist articulation. His hip is on a ball joint, but you are limited. So you can go forward. If you move his back, you can move back. The knee, very good knee, and of course he has swivel below the hip, 360. The foot has tilt, and also it spins, has a swivel. So there you go, pretty good articulation on him. And like I said, I do like this figure, this mold. I'm just not so sure about this. Yeah. So maybe, probably if you didn't get Bumblebee, you didn't get Goldfire, you didn't get Goldbug Bumblebee, then yes, I would say pick him up, yeah. But we have to go to my final thoughts. So let's do that. Nightbeat. What can I say about you? Not much, to be honest. Really, I haven't really come across a figure like this in a while. That's been something that I absolutely have no strong feeling about. Which says something. It's kind of like you can see an average movie, and you see a movie you hate, and you see a movie you love, and the average movie is actually the worst one, because it's just average. And this is kind of a forgettable figure. Now, while I do think it looks good on the shelf, I think, it's something where if you miss the figure, you'd never regret it. Unless you're a big Nightbeat fan, and then yes, you should pick it up. But otherwise, I'll leave it to your discretion. And I don't do that often. So, really middle of the road figure here. If you enjoy it, fine. If you don't, fine. But, yeah, as for me, the only reason felzbug even bought it was he had to buy that one along with Windblade. Yeah, it was like a twofer. You had to get both of them. They wouldn't sell Windblade without that guy, which tells you a bit about him too. I guess they're stuck with him. But, yeah. Really sad that a figure's like that. So, that's my opinion. Average. So, I guess that's about it, except for you, Melissa Buys. Oh yes, I've heard your little song, nice, shiny, and good. How about a song like, Gubzlef is awesome? Yes. He's even awesome when he's standing in the pool. Gubzlef is awesome. He's living his dream. Something along those lines. Kind of like the Lego movie. Awesome, everything is awesome. No, everything is not awesome. Gubzlef is awesome. So, yes, I'm expecting my song by like 2 p.m. tomorrow. Finished, completed, yes. You do it. But, yeah, I'm jealous, okay? I'm just jealous that felzbug gets a song and I don't. You'd think being cruel and mean to people would get you things, but for some reason it doesn't seem to work for me. Ah, well. All hail the Gubzlef army. Gubzlef out.